Hello, Agnes Stewart students and families. This is Mr. Fuller. Today for our orientation video, we're going to be talking about Google Classroom and what you should expect to do on Monday. So school starts on Monday, September 21st. And today we'll be going over what you need to do to log in and make sure that you are ready for your classes on Monday morning. So everyone should have been issued a district Chromebook or a district device. And so that's what we're going to be using as our example for how to get ready for school on Monday. So when you open up your Chromebook, you're going to find this screen here after you've turned it on, which is our login screen for the SPS portal. To log into this, you need to use just your first name dot last name. And similar to what we've talked about in some of the other videos, there are a couple of exceptions to that. Students with long names or hyphenated names might have a different username where part of their last name is cut off in that username. Or just a reminder that you can always find that on this sheet here. That is the usage and care instructions for your Chromebook sheet. And if you find that in the top right-hand corner, you'll see what your portal username is. And that's the name that you should use. So on that first screen, you'll put in your username, you'll click on Go, and that will take you to the next screen that then asks for your password. Just a reminder again that your password are the first two letters of your last name. The first letter is capitalized and the second letter is lowercase. So those two letters plus your student ID number or your lunch number. So for example, if my last name was Adams, my password would be AD and then my student number, which is a six-digit number. Then you would click on Go, and that would take you to this screen here, which is the login to your application portal. There's a couple of cool things because this is a district issued device and it's designed especially for you. You can look up here across the top and you'll see that you're actually at the application portal. Then there'll also be a window open that has family resources that you could click on if you needed some different help for families or students. Or you could also see our Agnes Stewart page. And so those three windows will always pop up when you log into your Chromebook. But to get ready for school, you're going to be looking for the application called Google Classroom. And so you can find that either in the applications, you can find that here at the bottom left, or you could also find it in your dock. Depending on where your student has placed their dock, it could be on the side, it could be on the bottom, it could pop up from the bottom when you hover over it. But the icon that you're looking for is this one here that has a green chalkboard with a couple of people in it. So once you click on that, because you're already logged into your Chromebook and this is your device, your classes should show up. So you should see a screen that looks like this with several different classes on it. You might see some classes that you had previously in elementary school or maybe last year that haven't been deleted yet, but you're going to be looking for these current classes. On Monday, remember that everybody starts at 9 o'clock and we're going to start with advisory. And so that's what you're going to be looking for. So in this example, we would find that this person has Mrs. Clark for advisory, and it's this first box with the red banner. Then you should see other classrooms that are listed there as the teachers get those ready to go. And on Monday, they should be there. If you click on that bottom box for Miss Stolp, you can see here that this is the entry to her classroom for her third and fourth period class. She's put on there what days that class is meeting and what time that is meeting, so that's easy for you to find and to know when you should be logging in. There's also this Meet link that's just right here underneath those dates and times, and all you need to do is just click on that, and that will take you to your Google Meets, and you'll be ready to go. So on Monday, if you go to your advisory class in Google Classroom, and that will lead you to a similar classroom like this that will say your advisory class, and all you need to do is click on that Google Meets link and, you'll be there and ready to go. So that is what you need to do to log in for advisory on Monday, as well as to log into any of your classes. And of course, there's a lot of resources that are in Google Classroom. You can see where your meeting links are, which is very important. You can see upcoming things that show you where what work is due. You can see your classwork. You can connect with other people in your class. There's a lot of things that are there in Google Classroom, and we have some videos that we'll be sharing with you that will lead you through Google Classroom and how to use it best. Just a couple of other things today. Just a reminder that attendance is super important, that we want every student to be here with us every day. And by here, I mean virtually here, right? And this will work similarly to how it would work if we were meeting in person. If your student's going to be absent, you do need to call the school to excuse them from their absence. So you call the school at 541-988-2520. You'll be able to select the attendance office. And then if nobody answers, you can just leave a message there. But we do need to have a notification if your student is not going to be in class, even if we are just meeting virtually. Attendance will be taken for every period, every day. And so every class period that you're supposed to be in, attendance will be taken, and we'll be monitoring that and be connecting with you if we're not seeing you in class. And of course, there's a lot of different variables that are here. There's a lot of things that people are dealing with, a lot of things that are going on in the world, in our country, and especially here in our neck of the woods with the holiday farm fire. So we know that there's a lot of things that are happening. Please let us know about those, and if there's ways that we can help, or if you're having some struggles with technology or getting to where you need to be, then please give us a call at the school or contact me, and then I can try to help you to solve those problems. I wanted to spend just a little bit of time looking at our online behavior expectations. These are pretty simple things, I think, that we're asking students to be able to do while they're in class, and they follow those same school expectations around being safe, being respectful, and being responsible. So first, let's talk about just your safety. There's a couple of things. First off, just entering class, we want to make sure that you have a place that is safe from and free from distractions. I know that's sometimes challenging in people's homes when you're trying to do so many different things, but the less distraction there are for students, the better I think they'll be able to do in class. Make sure that your Chromebook is charged and ready to go for the day. Make sure that you're dressed and ready for school. We don't want to see you in your pajamas or not having clothing on when you should. It should kind of follow those same expectations as if you're heading to school. And of course, using kind words and faces, making sure that you're making everybody feel comfortable and feel welcome. Follow your teacher's advice around how to ask questions, as far as, using the digital hand raise in Google Meets. You can just click on that button that will show your teacher that you have a question, that you might need some help. When you're in breakout rooms, if you're able to move into some small group work, just remember to use that time wisely to stay on topic and be ready for the teacher to join at any time. Being respectful. Entering class, it's really respectful to your teacher to make sure that we can start on time. And it takes a little bit of time to get your computer booted up and to log into class. And so you should probably start getting ready for class a couple of minutes before it's supposed to start, so that you're ready to go. As you enter, make sure that your video is on and your audio is muted. And so we do need, as we're taking attendance, we do need to see your face. And so there are ways that you'll be able to blur your background or add some additional background so that we don't need to see your bedroom or things that are behind you. But we do need to see your face and make sure that you're there. And so we're asking that you keep your video on. You should only use the chat feature when you're instructed to use it. And so it shouldn't be something that's constantly running unless you've been given that privilege from the teacher. Make sure that we're staying on topic, keeping distractions on your screen to a minimum, asking appropriate questions. Make sure that, just like in class, you're kind of tracking the speaker as much as you can, following the conversation, paying attention, participating, asking questions, all of those things that help to make it a positive experience for everybody. And then being responsible, as we mentioned earlier, making sure that you have all of your things that are needed ready with you. Try to eat before you enter class. Try to go to the bathroom during your breaks, just like you would at school. It's pretty distracting when kids are eating or drinking while the class is going on, or if they're leaving abruptly. And so, of course, there's exceptions to that rule, but for the most part, if you can make sure that those things are taken care of before class, that would be ideal. Make sure that you're only joining your classes and that you're not sharing meeting codes with other students. That is something that we'll take pretty seriously, as that's a huge disruption to other classrooms and to other students and to the instruction that needs to take place. Make sure that you're present and you're not multitasking, or you're not on your phone, or you're not trying to do other things. It's super easy to get distracted. We all know how challenging that can be when we're using technology, but try to remain focused, and that's going to be the best thing for you. Make sure that you're asking for help when it's needed, that you're helping other students and kind of working together. We talk about that idea of a wolf pack a lot, but that really applies here. If there's anything that's inappropriate that's occurring online, make sure that you're reporting it to a teacher, who then can report it to the office if need be, and we can follow up with students and parents, and sometimes our school resource officer if we need to. And the most important thing really is to just try your best. We know that this is a unique situation, but we do expect you to just put the effort in. We're all trying to do some new things, and we expect you to try your best here as well. So just a reminder that tomorrow we have our device and supply pickup here at Agnes Stewart. That's from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you have yet to come and pick up your device, please make sure that you do that then. Also next Tuesday, we have our virtual open house. We'll have several sessions of those that you can join depending on what's best for you and your family. And you'll be meeting with a few of your students' teachers where you can hear from them and also have some time to ask questions and to get any clarification that you might need. We'll be having a couple other videos coming up to help with this orientation, and hopefully they're helpful to you and can provide you with some additional information. So thanks for everything that you're doing and all of your support, and I hope that you have an Agnes day.